professing medical laboratory science. As we had indicated earlier on, we mentioned that today we are going to have an interview with one of the great seniors, one of the, let me say, the hard-working professionals that Ghana has known, the laboratory manager for Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. So actually the time is up for the interview, and Chief Medical Laboratory Scientist Daniel Edem Azumah is the one we are hosting this afternoon to share with us his experience and how he has managed over the period one of the biggest hospitals, if I may say, and he's actually managed a lot of staff. He has a lot of staff, and as we have the conversation, I think we will get to know a lot from him. So, Senior, you are welcome.
Thank you, Dennis.
And great having you around. So, there's a GAMLS social media, if I may say, and
thank you, colleagues listening and seniors. I'm the laboratory manager for Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Like the interviewer rightly said, the name is Chief MLS Daniel Edem Azumah, laboratory manager for Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. This afternoon, we're going to have a discussion like my colleague said. Yeah, I attended Maoli Secondary School between the years 1994 to 96. From there, I progressed to KNUST, where I studied medical laboratory technology. That was between the year 1999 and 2003, which implies that we happen to be the second batch of the program that was mounted by KNUST in 1998. So I graduated from KNUST in 2003. From there, I did my internship at the Ridge Hospital, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, between 2nd November 2003 to 4th November 2004. Then from Ridge Hospital, I was posted to the then Cape Coast Central Regional Hospital, which is now Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. So I assumed duty on the 4th of November 2004 as a medical laboratory scientist at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. By the time it was a regional hospital, and in 2014 we transformed from being a regional hospital to a teaching hospital. And I've played a lot of roles in the region as well as at the hospital. In 2012, in the course of service delivery, I was appointed as the regional TB focal person in 2012. And I still play that role in the region as a TB focal person. Besides, I also play a lot of role in emergency response teams. Talk of influenza in 2009-2010, where we have an outbreak starting from China, US, and eventually in Africa and Ghana. And I still play that role as a focal person for the hospital so far as influenza is concerned. Then also, I'm a member of the hospital EQA team. Know what quality means when you come to help delivery, and for that matter, laboratory diagnosis. So I'm a part of the hospital EQA team. Then in December 2014, I was a deputy laboratory manager then, but my predecessor had to proceed on compulsory retirement. So the mantle fell on me and I became the lab manager in December 2014 up to date.
That's great. So, Senior, that's a great journey that you've traveled over the period. And how many, or what's your staff strength? What's your staff strength? How many people are you managing now? And what are the departments that are under your management in the teaching hospital?
Yeah, thank you. Currently, the laboratory have over 85 staff. Technically, we have 49 medical laboratory scientists and 36 medical laboratory technicians. So when you put the technical staff together, we are 85 in number. And besides the technical staff, we also have a supporting staff that assists us in performing our duty. We have 2 storekeepers. We have 9 interns, 12 laboratory assistants, 2 orderly, 18 phlebotomists that are assigned to the ward for sample collection, and then 3 NAPCO staff. So technically we have 85 staff in addition to about 30 supporting staff that assist us in performing our duty.
Great. So you are almost managing about 100 personnel in the teaching hospital, and for me that's a whole institution. In fact, it's something more than a department, and for me that's one of the things that actually amazes me when for people to get to know that a lab scientist equally is managing such a great number of personnel within the teaching hospital. So share with us, how has the experience been and the various departments? I guess you have the blood bank, you have the chemistries, you have the hematology, and you are running several other infectious disease departments. So how has the experience with the facility managers, let's say the CEO and the other management team?